Hey everyone, and in this video we're going to be talking about what it means to solve a linear inequality. I'm just going to give a general overview of what solving an inequality means, and then there will be some examples in the next video. So a linear inequality with one variable can be written in any one of the four following ways, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not zero. So this should look somewhat familiar because remember, we talked about what it means to have a linear equation with one unknown. Very similar. So by a solution to an inequality, I mean a value of x that makes the statement true. So in general, there's lots of solutions to a given inequality. But if you want to solve a linear equality in full, it works pretty similar to how you solve linear equations. Inequalities have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division properties, just like equations do. The addition property says if I have a less than b, then I can add the same number to both sides of the inequality, just like I can with equations. And for subtraction, if I have a less than b, then I can subtract the same number from both sides of the inequality. So for addition and subtraction, it works pretty similarly to how linear equations work. For multiplication, it's a little bit different. It splits into two cases. If you are multiplying the inequality by a positive number, then it works just like you think it does. If, however, you're multiplying the inequality by a negative number, then the inequality symbol goes the other way. Same deal with division. If you're dividing by a positive number, the inequality sign stays the same. If you're dividing by a negative number, then the inequality sign flips. So when multiplying or dividing with a positive number, nothing happens to the inequality. But when it's negative, the inequality flips. So why is it that we have to flip the sign? Well, let's take a look. So if you take the number 2 and you multiply it by 3, you're going to end up with 6. And if you take 2 and multiply by negative 3, you're going to end up with negative 6. So the negative sign sends the number to the opposite side of the number line than it was already on. So if we were looking at an inequality, like say 1 is less than 2, then that's true. If we multiply both sides of the inequality by 3, we would get 3 and 6. And as you can see, 3 less than 6 is still a true statement. But if you were to take 1 less than 2, and you were to multiply both sides by a negative number, then you would have negative 3 and negative 6, which are located here and here. But you can see that now negative 3 is to the right of negative 6. So this statement is no longer true. So the inequality sign has to flip in order to keep the statement true. And that about wraps it up for this video. In the next video, we're going to be doing lots of examples of solving linear inequalities.